afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, I'm Aishwarya Singh, and on behalf of Vivo India, I'd like to extend my gratitude to each one of you for gracing this event with your presence. Before we commence, may I once again request everyone to keep their phones on silent. Today, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to witness the amalgamation of incredible camera features, stunning design, and powerful performance. Let us all explore how V17 Pro can take your photography experience to the next level and help you capture images that are clear as real. And so with that, ladies and gentlemen, to begin, I'd like to invite on stage Mr. Nipun Maria, Director Brand Strategy, Vivo India, to share with us Vivo's journey in India. Ladies and gentlemen, please get your hands together and join me in welcoming on stage Mr. Nipun Maria.
The events team has planned quite an eye-popping entrance. Before we begin, I have a small exercise for all of you. Why don't all of you look on the right and on the left of the stage? Yes, on the right and on the left of the stage. What do you see? Some of you will say speakers, professional cameras, spotlights, and tripods. What you may have missed, though, are two smartphone cameras placed on either side of the stage. Yeah, can you please wave? Yes. These are two V17 Pros, which are recording this event live for the webcast. And for the first time ever in the industry, we have two smartphone cameras recording for the webcast. So good afternoon, and a very warm welcome to all of you. It's wonderful to be back amongst all of you today. We've had some exceptionally exciting last few months, with half a dozen product launches, new exciting series, our first online-centric product, our expansion of the Make in India program. This quarter was nothing but action-packed. And you know what's the most exciting part? It is that we believe our journey has just begun. What gives us immense pleasure is that all these initiatives, we believe, are helping us inch by inch in realizing our brand mission of providing extraordinary customer experiences. Thanks to all the hypes, leaks, and speculations, the highlights of what we are going to launch today are already out. But what is certainly not known is the impact Vivo has had in the 20K to 30K price segment. Since the beginning of 2018, this price segment, the 20K to 30K segment, has doubled. And what has been Vivo's contribution to this price segment's growth? A staggering 55%. Similarly, let's move on to the 25 to 30K segment. This price segment has tripled in size, and Vivo has dominated this price segment with a 68% market share. This was about the 20K to 30K segment. Now, let's look at the overall market. Here, too, we have been outpacing the industry by leaps and bounds. Vivo has become the fastest growing smartphone brand in the country, with a year-on-year growth of 55%. This when the industry has grown by only 9%. Another staggering fact: in 6 out of the last 7 months, we have bettered our previous highest market share numbers. What does it mean? It means we have been breaking our own record by bettering our previous market share numbers month after month. All this is a testament to our commitment of innovating for our consumers. And the most recent example of this striving for innovation is the latest technology flagship, the Next 3. A phone that's all screen and no bezels has been a dream for smartphone manufacturers from around the world. To understand why is it a dream, let me give you a context. It is so difficult to make an all-screen smartphone that the best our competition has been able to do so far is achieve a screen-to-body ratio of 95%. With the Next 3, can you imagine where this 95% number has gone? With the Next 3, we have achieved a screen-to-body ratio of 99.6%. So a screen-to-body ratio of nearly 100%. And this is the world's highest screen-to-body ratio. Next 3 is certainly a testament of a future beyond edges. Isn't this a dream come true for all our consumers and the dawn of a new era in smartphone design? While the Next 3 leads the industry in tech innovations, the product that we have for you today is also going to set new benchmarks in camera technology. With the all-new Vivo V17 Pro, we will continue to provide innovations that will wow our consumers. You might wonder, Vivo comes up with all these innovations in camera, but what is the consumer's perception about Vivo's camera? Let me give you some numbers. As per the latest brand track, our internal brand track, we have found Vivo ranks #1 when it comes to front camera, and is also amongst the best in the industry when it comes to rear camera. You may also question, why this focus on camera? This goes back to what we believe as a brand. We believe that what you capture is not just a picture, but emotions. Emotions that will make you cry, make you smile for years to come. In other words, we believe you don't click a picture, you capture a memory. As per Instagram's research, 68% of their users spend more than 1 hour a day on social media. Around 52% of millennials told us that social media is the first choice medium when they put their picture or upload their picture. So with these insights, we launched a campaign called Emotions by V17 Pro. Emotions by V17 Pro showcased the images shot by the phone. And then these pictures were put up on out-of-home and digital media. For this campaign, we partnered with National Geographic Traveler. So 3 Nat Geo photographers traveled to 3 different parts of India, parts which were vivid, beautiful, and diverse. These parts were Varanasi, Ladakh, and Rajasthan. All of this to test the camera capabilities of the Vivo V17 Pro. The stunning pictures you see here are all clicked by the phone. Aren't these pictures really amazing? You can check out more of such pictures on our social media handles. So this brings me to the end of my welcome note. But before Hanket comes on stage, we would like to play a video for you. This video showcases the experience one of the Nat Geo photographers had in beautiful Ladakh. So thank you, as always, for your love and support. Love India, love Vivo.
Listen. Listen to these sounds carefully. These are the prayers by the Buddhist monks to awaken the gods to bless us. You listen to them long enough, quietly enough, they seep into you to instill peace that I discovered at Thiksey Monastery. And when you experience this inclusive, interactive community meditation with the smells of Tibetan incense sticks and the cold whiff of the Ladakhi mountains that surround you, it sends a rush down your spine. It makes you want to start your day with the thought that life is a gift to be cherished. Hi, this is Nirvair Singh Rai and I'm sending you this blue-skied, happy-eyed postcard from Tikse, Ladakh on an assignment with National Geographic Traveler and Vivo. The landscape of Ladakh is a vast, ingenuously abstract, pastelist painting. With such wide expanse around you, full of textures and colors and secrets, all waiting to be discovered, you cannot help but get pulled in every direction. It is overwhelming and humbling to be around the mammoth vastness of Ladakh. You feel insignificant in its proportion, you feel carefree. I love to walk these terrains and discover little details, textures around me. The new features of the Vivo phone also allow you the proximity to observe the details that surround you. Next day we reached Nubra Valley, which was another extremely unique place. White sand deserts that turn the entire landscape into a grainy blur when there's wind. Long stretches of sand dunes interrupted sporadically by the sight of the double-humped camels being tended to by their pastoralists. On our way, we stumbled across a colony of the Himalayan Marmots. A curious head would come out of one burrow and run off in the next burrow of their tunneled network. They are hoarders, these marmots, and they eat and hoard enough food to hibernate through all of winters. Then came the Pangong Lake, like an ocean in the lap of mountains. Such deep, delicious blue. We avoided the more trodden parts of the lake and drove to a secluded spot. Remembering this journey, the stupas, the Buddhist paintings, the sculptures, the conversations, even dances that we shared with the lamas. And as we walked by with waves hitting the wild-flowered shore of the lake, I realized there's no way we can emulate the beauty of this place in our visuals.
Thank you very much, Mr. Maria, for wowing us with that address. Everyone's super excited to know more about the features of the all-new Vivo V17 Pro. So ladies and gentlemen, why wait? I'd like to now invite Mr. Hanket Malhotra, Product Manager, Vivo India. Please help me welcome, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Hanket Malhotra with a big round of applause.
Wow, that video was so good, it did half my job. Now I don't have to convince you how good the camera performance of V17 Pro is. They say seeing is believing. And after that video, and I think you all know how good the camera of V17 Pro is. Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the launch of this newest, latest, greatest product by Vivo. Today, we are not only launching a new product, we're also going to introduce some groundbreaking innovations in smartphone camera industry. By the end of this presentation, I am confident you will rethink what a smartphone camera can do for you. From a 20 megapixel front camera in V5 to the 32 megapixel camera in V15 Pro, Vivo has constantly pushed the boundaries of innovation in smartphone camera and set the trend for all of us. With V17 Pro, our newest offering, we are going to take that legacy forward. We promise to keep breaking through. V17 Pro was designed while keeping you, our consumers, in mind. We have learned that the need to capture a memory can be triggered anytime, anywhere, and in very diverse scenarios. Thus, it is important to have a truly versatile camera which can cover all different kinds of scenarios no matter where you are. No matter where you're indoors or outdoors, in daylight or at night, if you want to go wide or you want to go close, your camera should never fail you in any circumstances. And that is a core philosophy behind designing V17 Pro, to give you a pro camera experience like no other. Let's talk about the front camera first. Vivo has always taken your selfie game to a new level. And I'm proud to present that V17 Pro is the world's first phone to come with a 32 megapixel dual pop-up selfie camera. Thank you. This dual pop-up mechanism houses 2 cameras and 1 moonlight. All of these combine you to give you a selfie-taking experience that cannot be matched by any other phone. Talking about the main camera first, an industry-leading 32 megapixel front camera with an aperture of f2.0. For many of us, a selfie is not just a picture, it's an extension of ourselves. And that is why we need it to be as clear as real. And this 32 megapixel camera provides outstanding details in all light conditions. Let's take a look at this image captured by a 16 megapixel sensor. When you compare this to an image captured by a 32 megapixel sensor, you can easily see the difference in terms of colors, quality, and clarity. Even when you zoom in, all the details remain intact and the details are as clear as ever. This amazing hardware and our refined algorithms make sure that all the pictures captured by V17 Pro look as stunning as you. Let's take a look at some more pictures captured by V17 Pro. But hardware is not enough. And to make your selfies even better, we have a brand new feature for you, which we call Pose Master. For this, we have studied and analyzed thousands and thousands of selfies and collaborated with people who are expert of this art. When you turn on the selfie pose in V17 Pro, you get a pose on the screen which you can use to position yourself in front of the camera and can use them to take pictures like this. Pose Master is your own personal fashion coach built right inside the phone. As I said before, the need to take a selfie can arise anytime. And we are not going to get limited by daytime or low light to take a selfie. And that is why we have a special AI super night mode in selfie in front camera. What this camera does, it takes 12 to 16 different frames of your selfie and combines them together in different dynamic ranges and combines them together to give you a super selfie in night as well. If you see this comparison, you can clearly see the difference between a non-super night mode selfie and a super night selfie. Let's see some more examples of the super night selfie at work. The super night selfie works best for low light scenarios. But what do you do when there is no light at all? What do you do when it is absolutely pitch dark? In that case, you turn on the moonlight glow and that lights up your face so you can take stunning pictures even when there is absolutely no light. The wide-angle camera in rear camera has been very popular among consumers. And we go out to very beautiful locations like this, we need to capture wide angle from a front camera as well. Usually, the narrow lens of our smartphone camera does not let us film multiple people inside the frame while taking a selfie. And that is why that is where the second camera of dual pop-up mechanism comes into the play. The second camera of V17 Pro's dual pop-up is an 8 megapixel wide-angle lens with a field of view of 105 degrees. Using this, you can fit all of your loved ones inside your selfie. Take this picture, for example. Taken using the narrow lens of a smartphone, you cannot fit everyone inside the picture. But when you turn on the wide angle mode and utilize the full 105 degrees field of view, you can take a picture like this. The emotion, the energy in this picture, which you can see and clearly feel in this picture, was frankly missing in the last one. Take a look at some more wide-angle selfies captured by V17 Pro. Not only that, the second camera also lets you take stunning portraits with it. You can, after you have taken the picture, you can adjust the bokeh or blur the foreground or the background of the picture. Or if you want, you can remove the bokeh altogether. All of these features truly make it one of the most versatile front cameras out there. Let's recollect all the features of front camera here. 32 megapixel camera brings you brilliant daylight selfies, and the super night mode helps you in taking brilliant pictures in low light as well. For no light, you use the moonlight glow, and the wide angle selfie camera lets you take group selfies and view selfies. The second camera also enables portrait bokeh with short refocus. We know if you use the camera so many times, you might have some concerns that the durability of pop-up mechanism. You might think that it could get scratched or bent, or it might get dropped and get damaged. But we have taken care of that while designing V17 Pro. The V17 Pro's dual pop-up mechanism has a metal frame, and the glass is protected by sapphire to protect it from scratches. Further, it can support a weight of up to 40 kgs laterally, so your phone camera does not get damaged easily. Even if you apply external pressure on the phone, the pop-up mechanism goes inside the phone, so your camera does not get damaged. Also, we have an auto retraction algorithm, so even if you accidentally drop the phone, the camera module goes inside the phone and your phone camera stays as good as it is. That is a stunning dual pop-up camera for you. But that's not it. We have some more surprises in the camera section for you. For the first time ever, we are bringing a quad rear camera in Vivo's V series. It can cover variety of scenarios. These days, our lives have so much content, we want to share it with our loved ones. And most of the pictures we take are from our smartphones. And that is why we need a camera that can cover all different kinds of scenarios, even in all light conditions. This camera here is a Sony IMX582 sensor with a 48 megapixel lens. There is an 8 megapixel wide angle lens that lets you take pictures of up to 120 degrees. Also, we have a special super macro mode that gives you, you can take pictures from just 2.5 centimeters. And the fourth camera enables portraits with short refocus. Let's talk about the main 48 megapixel camera first. It is a Sony IMX582 sensor with a half-inch sensor size, an aperture of f1.8, a 6P lens system, and a 4-in-1 superpixel technology. All of these combine you to give you very, very good clarity in all light conditions. Take a look at this picture. This zoomed in picture to the 1:35 area, you can see all the fur, all the hair are very, very clear. Even when you zoom out, you can get an entirely different perspective on that picture. When you zoom out entirely, then you realize how good the clarity of V17 Pro is. Not only that, there are some more pictures captured by 48 megapixel camera. And you can easily see, even if you capture cityscapes or you capture landscapes, all the details, all the colors, everything that you want in a picture, that comes out beautifully. This 48 megapixel camera delivers brilliant pictures in daylight conditions. But what do you do when there is low light? We have a night mode also for the rear camera, just like the front camera. The night is beautiful, it is calm, it's mysterious, it's powerful, and it deserves to be captured. I'll just show you one example. Take a look at this picture. You can barely make out what is inside this picture. cannot see the structure of the building. You don't see what's in front of the building until you use the super night mode. At that time, everything's become crystal clear. You can see the color of the building, the structure of the building, and the pool in front of it becomes so clear. If you're still not impressed, I'll show you one more example. Take a look at these 3 images. All of them have been captured by the night mode in V17 Pro. You might think these are standalone images, but they are not. They are part of this big image captured by the V17 Pro Super Night mode. That alone tells you that all the parts taken of the picture taken by V17 Pro in Super Night mode remain clear no matter after the processing also. These 2 pictures have also been taken by the V17 Pro's Super Night mode. Now, what do you do when you want to expand your perspective? What do you do when you want to capture more? Then you use the AI super wide angle camera on V17 Pro. With that, you can take pictures of up to 120 degrees field of view. And you can take pictures just like the ones on the screen using V17 Pro. And now coming to my personal favorite feature on V17 Pro, that is the super macro mode. I have always been fascinated by the small things in life. I love to find details in the tiny objects around us. But when you get too close to the subject, even the most versatile and the most professional cameras fail to get the details. Just like this picture. When you get too close to the subject, your image, your subject gets blurred. But when you use the super macro mode, that image becomes ultra clear. You can, in this comparison, you can clearly see the big difference in the 2 pictures. Using the super macro mode, you can take pictures of small objects and discover unseen things. You can take pictures of insects, dewdrops, or anything else. You can use this to see unseen details in tiny objects around us. With super macro mode, there is no need for any magnifying glass, and instead, you can use your phone as a magnifying glass to see the details around you. Another exciting feature in the V17 Pro is the 13 megapixel telephoto lens. This telephoto lens will give you an entirely different perspective on the pictures that you take. It will bring the subjects closer to you without you having to move an inch. Take this picture, for example. In this picture, zoomed at 1x, you can directly see that the dome is very beautiful. But what can you do if you want to go more close to the picture? Then you use the 2x optical zoom on V17 Pro, and then also you get a very, very clear image. But even if you're not impressed with that, then we have the 10x digital zoom on V17 Pro, and by that, you can even count the number of birds sitting on top of the dome. You can also see the intricate details, the architecture of that dome. You can appreciate the beauty of that picture. And even after 10x, you can still zoom inside the picture to see more. There is one more example. Recently, I had a chance to go to this place, and I wanted to read what was written on the board. But I couldn't read that with my naked eyes. So I used the V17 Pro and zoomed 2x into it. Then I could figure out what was written on that board. But I still couldn't read what was written on that board. But when I used 10x zoom, I could instantly read what was written on that board. Imagine something that you cannot see from your naked eyes, but your phone can do that. Phone can zoom in and read that for you. Even after you've taken in 10x zoom, you can still zoom in, and then also you will find that the details are still there. Even after you zoom in, you don't lose out on any details. So let's recollect all the features of quad rear camera of V17 Pro. V17 Pro's 48 megapixel camera gives you good pictures in daylight. By using the super night mode, you get brilliant pictures in low light as well. The AI super wide angle camera lets you take pictures of up to 120 degrees wide, and the telephoto lens lets you zoom in up to 2x optical zoom and 10x digital zoom. Fun fact about super macro, you can take pictures with using Super Macro from just 2.5 centimeters, and that's the industry's closest distance from which you can take Super Macro shots. It's also a portrait camera which enables bokeh and short refocus. Now, a good display, a good camera needs a good display to show everything. And with V17 Pro, we have provided you with a very, very good display. V17 Pro comes with a 6.44 inches E3 Super AMOLED display. This display covers 100% of all DCI P3 color gamut spectrum. So all the colors you see on your screen are all very color accurate. We have also solved a big concern of users, that is of seeing sunlight readability enhancement. The brightness in V17 Pro goes as high as 600 nits in bright and harsh sunlight, so you can read your content or you can watch your content even in harsh sunlight. Compared to an E2 Super AMOLED display, we have also reduced the blue light emission in V17 Pro by 42%. So you don't have to care about straining your eyes while using your phone for long. Compared to an E2 Super AMOLED display, we have also reduced the energy consumption on the phone by 8%. Summarizing the E3 Super AMOLED display, it is brighter, it is more vibrant, it reduces blue light emission, so it's safer and also more energy efficient. The screen on V17 Pro also has extremely slim bezels. On the side, it's just 1.85 mm. And using this, we have been able to give you a beautiful screen to body ratio of 91.65%. You will see that the display of V17 Pro does not have any notches, holes, or drops. We have also used a new 20:9 aspect ratio, so you get more content on the screen without having to increase the width of the screen. You have to scroll less while reading, and you have to scroll less while watching anything. Using this and using the 3D curves on its back, this design is also more handy for you to use, and the phone is very comfortable for you to use. Going from the design to the colors. Now for the colors, we took inspiration from Mother Nature for both the colors of V17 Pro. Imagine you are inside a glacier. You can see white ice all around you, and the blue sky is reflecting on that ice. We have taken that same feeling and provided that you in glacier ice in V17 Pro. And similarly, for the second color, we took inspiration from the moonlight shining on the ocean floor and used that feeling to give you the midnight ocean in V17 Pro. Both these colors look very beautiful on the screen, but I'm sure when you hold them in your hands, they will look even more beautiful. But this is not enough. We have also covered these beautiful colors by Corning Gorilla Glass 6 at the back, so that it remains beautiful for a longer period of time. V17 Pro comes with 8 GB of RAM, so you can use the top 20 apps on Play Store simultaneously without having any problems. V17 Pro also comes with 128 GB of storage, so you can store 3 lakh MP3 files and 23,000 HD images without needing a storage extension. V17 Pro is powered by a 4100 mAh of battery, and it comes with Type-C 18-watt dual-engine fast charging technology. So whenever you need to fill your battery, it fills very, very quickly. Let's see all the features of V17 Pro in this short video.
I see you there. Are you feeling this beat? Count 1, 2, 3. Now play this on repeat. I see you there. Are you feeling this heat?
Check this out.
So come a little closer. Let me show you what you need. What you need. I know you're looking at me. I know
Ready?
Are you feeling this heat? Count 1, 2, 3. Now play this on repeat.
Wait.
I know I got my kind of vibe. Baby, that you not can't deny. You ready for my funky ride? Just hop on now, come on, don't be shy. I know I got my kind of vibe. Baby, that you not can't deny. You ready for my funky ride? Just hop on now, come on, don't be shy. I know you're looking at me. 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 I know you're looking at me.
Now, let's review all the key specifications of V17 Pro. V17 Pro is the world's first phone to come with a 32 megapixel plus 8 megapixel dual pop-up selfie camera. You can use super night selfie with moonlight glow. We have a special wide angle selfie. You can use the pose master, the bokeh and short refocus. V17 Pro comes with an AI quad rear camera system with a 48 megapixel Sony IMX582 sensor, 13 megapixel telephoto lens with 2x optical zoom and 10x digital zoom. You can click super macro features from a distance of just 2.5 centimeters. It is powered by a 4100 mAh of battery, 8 GB of RAM, 128 GB of storage, Qualcomm Snapdragon 675. V17 Pro has an in-display fingerprint scanning and the Corning Gorilla Glass 6 on its back. That, ladies and gentlemen, was V17 Pro for you. Now we have another thing waiting for you, that is the price. And for that, you will have to wait a little. Thank you so much. That was all from my side.
Thank you very much indeed, Mr. Malhotra. That's one smartphone with exceptional camera capabilities for sure. Who wouldn't want to get their hands on this stunner device to take their selfie game to the next level and capture their world in consummate clarity? Ladies and gentlemen, on that note, let me take the privilege of inviting the CEO of Vivo India, Mr. Jerome Chen. Please help me welcome, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Jerome Chen.
Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. So today we are very happy here to announce the launch of V17 Pro. V17 Pro, V series always means the innovation, the new technology. And V17 Pro comes to a new height. But this is not the end. This is the beginning of exploring the new technology of camera, of new technology. And also, V17 Pro, this model especially we made for India, made for Indian consumers. So, without further ado, now I present to you the Vivo V17 Pro at a price of 29,990 Indian rupees. The pre-book will start from today, and the super day will be 27 September 2019. We also will have many exciting offers from our partners like banks, operators, our telecom partners. And also, for the online, we have many attractive offers. So thank you so much, and I wish that V17 Pro can bring the exciting experience to all Indian consumers. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mr. Chen. May I now at this juncture invite Mr. Nipun Maurya, Director Brand Strategy, Vivo India, to please join Mr. Chen and unveil the Vivo V17 Pro.
Nice. I know you're looking at me. I know you're looking at me. I know you're looking at me. Nice. I know you're know you're looking at me. Nice. I know you're looking at me. I know you're looking at me.
There you go, ladies and gentlemen. The highly innovative camera benchmark in smartphones, the all-new V17 Pro, finally in town. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to thank you so much for taking the time and joining us today. But before we disband, before I invite you for lunch, I do have a very, very important announcement. But let's allow the media members to take a few more pictures of this stunning smartphone. Ladies and gentlemen, for those of you who cannot wait to get their hands on Vivo V17 Pro, I request you to please stay with us. Don't go anywhere. Give me just a bit and something spectacular will happen. Ladies and gentlemen, and now it is my pleasure to request you to proceed to the demo zone on your left so that you can experience the all-new Vivo V17 Pro in all its glory.